Everyone, I'm Laura McBride and welcome to my Leopard Print Valentine's Design Set workshop. In this workshop we're going to be creating some beautiful leopard print designs with a little bit of a twist. So let's get started. So welcome to part 2. So hopefully you guys will have got to this stage. So we've got our full nail, our half and half and our heart nail. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of crystal placement on our half nail and also our heart nail. So I've already prepared my crystals. I've got a combination of jet and red, and then I've also got these itty bitty little gold crystals as well. All of these are from Crystal Parade. Okay, absolutely stunning crystals, and that is what we are going to use in our crystal placement on our leopard print. So in order to fix my crystals, I'm going to be using Gem Buddy. So this is your crystal's best friend. So I've developed this product, so it is a Get Nailed by Laura McBride product, and it is perfect for not only your flat backs, but also pointy back crystals and also your caviar beads, and you will see why in a second. So I've got my nail here, which the gel polish on all of this is now fully cured, but we have not top coated this red section yet. So if you haven't yet watched part 1 of this workshop tutorial, then make sure you head over, watch part 1, and that will have got you to this stage. So I'm just going in with my brush, which is a old pointy brush, and I'm just following with that Gem Buddy up across and around that curve of where I want to stick my crystals. Okay, so I'm then going to go in with my crystal pickup tool, and I'm going to create a large black crystal, or jet if you like, in the center of this nail. Okay, and we're then going to start to taper them out. So I'm just going to pop, actually going to pop a little bit more Gem Buddy just either side of that, because I want to put 2 crystals on the side of this. So I'm going to go in with 2 of my smaller black crystals either side. Okay. And then I'm going to taper out with my red. So I'm going to go slightly larger to begin with. So I'm going to do 2 larger ones and then 2 smaller ones. Okay. And again doing the same on this side, 2 larger and then 2 slightly smaller. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to concentrate and push these crystals, down into this Gem Buddy and make sure they are sitting exactly where I want them to create that curve. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that round like that, and then that is going to go in the lamp for a full cure. So with Gem Buddy that is 60 seconds. So with this nail, I am going to go in with my matte top coat, and I'm just going to go over this heart. So if you want to, you can go in with a slightly finer detailer brush, just to make sure you don't go over the lines. And then that's going to go in for a full cure, which is 60 seconds. And then I'm going to grab some of my gold caviar beads. So I'm going to grab some Gem Buddy out here, pop it down onto my palette, pick up my gold caviar beads just by dipping my brush into the pot, of my caviars, and then I'm going to roll them around in my Gem Buddy. So what this is doing is it's creating a layer of protection. So it's going to protect the colour of your caviar beads, but it is also means that you can pick them up one by one, place them on the nail, and there's enough gem buddy on there to secure this and keep your caviar beads in place. So it means that you don't have to go in and add product directly onto the nail, because your caviar bead has got enough product on it. Alright, so again I'm going to go into picking up each one by one. I'm going to go into each corner that has been created by my crystals. So working methodically means that we won't miss any of those areas out. And then I'm also going to pop a caviar bead into that central point there that has been created by those two smaller black crystals. So I'm not going to do the other half, and you can see how this half looks finished and this half looks unfinished, and that's due to our caviar beads doing that work and finishing off our design. So there's also safety in numbers. So by doing and spending the time and doing your caviar bead work, it will mean that your crystals will last for longer, which is exactly what you want. But with Gem Buddy, I've had clients that have had them on for 6 weeks, and if their nails hadn't grown, then they wouldn't need them doing, because their crystals are still going strong. So like I say, it is perfect for your pointy backs, flat backs, and like you can see here, your caviar beads as well. So like I say, always make sure that you work methodically so you don't miss any areas out, because if you do caviar bead work and you miss one out, no matter how much and how beautiful and how much time you've spent on doing that caviar bead placement, if there's one missing, that's where the eye is going to be drawn. So for example, if I left that like that, your eye is going to be drawn to the fact that I haven't put one there, not all of the ones that you've already done. So make sure you work methodically so that you don't miss any of those areas out. So that is all of my caviar bead work, and you can see how that Gem Buddy is held strong to all of those caviars that I've done. So I'm now going to pop those into the lamp for a full cure. So we have got our beautiful heart here that is matte, and I'm going to go around the edge of this heart, and we are going to do our crystal placement around the edge here. So I'm just going to go all the way around, just with a little bit of my Gem Buddy, a little bit at a time. You really don't need a lot, and bring it all the way around the shape of our heart. Okay, and then I'm going to go round and pop my black crystals in and around this heart. So I'm going to start in the centre and then work my way up and round. So making sure that I'm getting that nice triangular shape in there. And then coming all the way around, making sure that they're sitting nice and tight up against one another. Not worrying too much yet about making sure that they're nice and even and in the right place. You just want to get them on the nail because we're confident in the fact that our gem buddy is going to hold these in place while we do all of our crystal work. So you don't need to panic on that front. That's blue, it's not black. Okay. Just checking. Okay, so now I'm going to push them down in and I'm going to count. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. So I'm just going to make sure that they're nice and even, which they are, and you can see even though they're black, they are just absolutely stunning, especially against that matte heart. So that's going to go in for a flash cure, and this is our first crystal placement nail done. So we've got that snaking sweep going across that nail, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to top coat this lower section because we haven't done that yet. And the reason I haven't done that is because I want to butt this top coat up against our crystals, okay? So certainly not over, but butt it up against, and that's going to help to give that extra little bit of protection. And by pulling our top coat away from our crystals, you're not going to get any of that pooling at the base of your crystals. So you want that transition from the nail to the crystal to be a seamless one. So again, pulling it down and obviously making sure that you're steering clear of the client's sidewalls and capping that free edge. So I'm going to pop that in again for a full cure, and now we're going to add a little bit of interest, and I'm going to use those gold stud like crystals. So I'm going to do that in between each of the black crystals that we've put on. So working all the way round, again working methodically because we don't want to miss any areas out, all the way back down to that point. And then I'm going to go in with my gold crystals and pop them in to that corner that has been created. Okay, and then again working all the way round, safe in the knowledge that that gem buddy is going to hold. So again, at the moment, we're not being concerned with making sure that they're in the right place. We just want to get them on the nail. If they need scooching up slightly, then we can do that in a second. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the nail as a whole. Just going to pop that bottom one in there, and then make sure that they're sitting really nice and snug into those black crystals. They're actually jet on the website, so if you go over to Crystal Parade, you need to look for jet and not black. Okay, so that again is going to go in, and I'm just going to pop that in for a flash cure. So our first nail is now complete. You can see we've got that beautiful matte and that heart in our shiny contrast. We've got our beautiful crystals and also that shiny top coat on that bottom section. And I'm just going to grab a lint-free pad because I've got a little bit of oil on the top of that jet crystal, so I'm just going to polish that up. There we go, it's better. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to one side, and then we are going to do some caviar beadwork on our heart crystal and just finish that off and make sure that we complete the look. Okay, so again I'm going to go in with my gold crystals, or caviar beads, sorry. I'm just going to pick a few more up because I don't think I've got quite enough in here. So again, popping that gem buddy down, going in with those gold crystals, giving them a really good swirl around so that they are nice and covered. And then going in, I'm just going to point my brush, there we go, and then going into each corner that has been created by our crystal placement. So it's really important again that you work methodically, okay? You do not want to get lost in this design. So I'm going to do all of the inside of my heart first, and then I know exactly where it is that I need to go, because it's so easy with a design like this, even though it is only a heart and it's quite simple, it's easy to get lost as to where you need to go next, okay? I'm just going to get rid of those because they are not playing fair. And you will find certain caviar beads don't want to make it onto the nail, so instead of chasing and fighting with them, just get rid of them. It's really not worth wasting time on caviar beads that are misbehaving. So you can see once you get your flow, caviar beadwork can be really quite quick. A lot of people tend to shy away from it, but it really does take your crystal placement to the next level. So again, just picking them up one by one. And then when we get to that point, I'm going to do a cluster of 3. What that's going to do is going to help to elongate that point and finish it off. So I'm going to continue to go round. And I'm now going to go into the bottom of our gold crystals. So just tucking it in to our gold. Into that divot that's been created by our trio of crystals sitting together. You can see how this really does turn into an incredibly opulent piece of work, rather than just plonking some crystals on and hoping for the best. Because we are artists, and that is what we do. So you can see I've done all of this caviar beadwork and not one has moved, which is the absolute beauty of this Gem Buddy product. It really is incredible, not only for your clients and the longevity of their crystal placement, but also for you as a nail tech. So there we go, I have completed my caviar beadwork, so that is going to go in for a full cure, and then once that is fully cured, that completes this workshop. So I'm just going to pop that in for a cure, and also grab out my first crystal placement nail, and I'm going to show you the full design set in all of its glory together. So we've got our first nail, which has our full leopard print in that beautiful matte with our high gloss heart contrast, and then we have got our half and half nail with that beautiful crystal placement and that red high gloss against that matte leopard print with our high gloss hearts again. And then we have got our high gloss red with our matte heart and that beautiful surrounding crystal placement and those gold studded crystals as well. And that completes this workshop. So that completes my Leopard Print Valentine's Design Set workshop. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you click the like button, and if you want to see any future workshops, please make sure you click that subscribe button and the notification bell. As always, thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all soon.